"Grandma, why do you always smell a little weird?" That one sentence shattered 70-year-old Helen Turner's heart. She had spent her life being clean, tidy, and well-kept. But that didn't matter to her granddaughter, who now avoided hugs and wrinkled her nose when sitting close. Helen cried that night, hidden under the covers, wondering what she'd done wrong. The truth? Nothing. Many older adults experience what some people call the old person smell, and it has nothing to do with being dirty. It's about biology, aging, and a few hidden spots on the body that most people were never taught to clean properly. In this video, we're going to talk about the 6 forgotten areas that trap odor and how cleaning them, just a little differently, can help eliminate up to 99% of that scent. Stick with me to the end. You'll not only feel fresher, you'll feel more confident in your own skin. At any age, let's be honest, nobody likes to talk about body odor, especially as we get older. But here's the truth. Many seniors quietly struggle with a smell they don't understand. And even worse, they often blame themselves for it. They shower, use deodorant, wash their clothes, and still, something lingers. And while friends or family might never say it out loud, the distance becomes noticeable. Fewer hugs, shorter visits, subtle avoidance. This creates a kind of emotional weight, one that grows heavier over time. But here's the good news. It's not your fault. This isn't poor hygiene. It's incomplete hygiene. There are certain areas of the body that, as we age, require a little more care. Not because we're unclean, but because our bodies have changed. And once you know what those areas are, everything gets easier. So, what's really going on? Why does this specific scent appear as we age? Even in people who are clean, healthy, and take care of themselves. The answer lies in chemistry. More specifically, in a compound called tun. As we get older, our skin undergoes natural changes. The oil glands produce a different type of oil, less fluid and more waxy. Combined with a slower rate of skin cell turnover, this creates a perfect environment for tunanol to develop. This compound has a distinct grassy, greasy, or musty scent, and it's not easily washed away with a quick rinse. You can't smell it on yourself, but others can, and most people mistake it for poor hygiene, when it is actually a natural byproduct of aging skin. Add to that changes in hormone levels, diet, medication, and reduced sweat production, and the balance of bacteria on your skin shifts. Areas that were once low maintenance now become hotspots for odor. And here's the kicker. Most soaps and body washes aren't designed to remove That's why even regular bathing may not make a difference, unless you're retargeting the right areas with the right technique. This is why so many seniors feel confused, frustrated, or even ashamed. They're doing everything they were taught, but their bodies have simply changed. Understanding that this is biological, not personal, is the first step to regaining your confidence. The next step, learning where that odor hides, and how to stop it before it starts. Knowing the science is important, but what really hurts isn't the biology. It's the way people react. You may have noticed it in the smallest moments. A grandchild pulling away during a hug, a neighbor stepping back a loved one cracking the window in the car without saying a word. No one says it directly, but the message is loud and clear, and it stings. Patricia, 74, said she stopped attending church socials because she always felt watched, not for how she looked, but for something she couldn't quite name. That unspoken fear of judgment slowly pulled her away from the people she cared about most. But here's the truth. You are not alone. Millions of older adults deal with this silently. And the real tragedy is that it's so easily preventable once you know how. This isn't about shame. It's about knowledge and taking back control, not just of how you smell, but how you show up in the world. It's a tiny area, barely visible in the mirror, and yet one of the biggest contributors to unwanted odor, right behind your ears. For decades, Helen followed the same routine: shampoo, soap, rinse. She never thought about the skin behind her ears, until her granddaughter made that comment. When she finally paid attention to that area, she was shocked at how oily it felt, even after a shower. Here's why it happens. The skin behind the ears contains sebaceous glands, oil-producing glands, that become more active with age. These oils, combined with sweat and dead skin, form a residue that sits quietly and builds up over time. If you wear glasses, it gets worse. The frames press against the skin and trap bacteria, causing that musty smell to linger, even minutes after you bathe. But the fix is easy. Use a warm, damp washcloth and gently wipe behind both ears every day during your morning or evening routine. Once or twice a week, use a mild cleanser. No scrubbing, no harsh products. It takes 10 seconds, but the impact is massive. This isn't about smelling like perfume. It is about removing what is quietly causing discomfort and distance in your life. A fresh start starts right behind your ears, tucked just below the hairline, often hidden by collars or long hair. The nape of the neck is one of the most overlooked spots and one of the most common sources of odor in older adults. Ruth, 76, couldn't figure it out. Her clothes were clean, her showers were consistent, yet on warm days, she'd catch a faint sour scent and couldn't tell where it was coming from. It was until her hairdresser mentioned some buildup along her neck that she realized she'd been missing this spot for years. This area is a magnet for sweat, skin oils, and residue from hair products. Shampoo runs over it, but that's not enough. Without direct cleaning, it becomes a quiet zone for bacteria and odor, especially if you wear scarves, high collars, or hats that trap heat. The solution: add just a few seconds to your routine. After washing your hair or face, gently scrub the back of your neck with a soft cloth or sponge. Pay extra attention after sweating or wearing tight collars. You will be amazed at how such a small spot can make a big difference, not just in how you smell, but in how fresh you feel. Sometimes, confidence comes from the places we never see, but that others always notice. It's one of the most taboo topics, but one of the most important. Odor caused by trapped moisture in skin folds. Patricia, 72, always prided herself on being neat and well, but during the summer, she noticed a faint sour smell at the end of each day. Even after bathing in the morning, she changed her detergent, her deodorant, even bought new clothes. Nothing worked. Until a nurse at a wellness clinic gently asked, "Are you drying under your breasts and belly after showering?" That question changed everything. As we age, our skin becomes softer and looser, and natural folds begin to form. Under the breasts, along the waistline, beneath the buttocks. These areas are warm, dark, and often damp, creating the perfect home for bacteria, yeast, and odor. The solution is simple but powerful. After showering, use a clean towel to gently pat dry under every fold. Avoid rubbing. The skin is delicate. Then consider a fragrance-free powder or moisture-wicking fabric liner to keep the area dry throughout the day. These steps prevent irritation, rashes, and lingering odor, all while restoring comfort and dignity. It's not about being cleaner. It's about being smarter with how your body works now. Not how it used to. You probably wash your hair, but do you actually clean yours? Howard, 68, always thought he was doing it right. A little shampoo, a quick rinse, and he was good to go. But as time passed, he noticed a strange smell, especially after wearing a hat or being out in the sun. It wasn't strong, but it was there, and it made him self-conscious. The truth is, the scalp is living skin. It sweats, it produces oil, and it collects dead skin cells and environmental debris. If you're just lathering the hair and not massaging the scalp itself, you're leaving behind a breeding ground for odor. This gets even more important as we age. The scalp tends to produce more sebum, and if you have thinning hair or wear wigs, hats, or scarves, that buildup has nowhere to escape. Here's how to fix it. During your shower, take your time. Use your fingertips to gently massage your scalp in small circles, especially near the hairline, temples, and base of the neck. Rinse thoroughly to avoid product residue and repeat regularly. A clean scalp makes your hair feel lighter, your skin feel fresher, and your whole presence more comfortable, especially to those around you. Freshness doesn't stop at the forehead. It starts just above it. It's small, hidden, and easy to ignore. But your belly button might be one of the biggest odor traps on your body. Charles, 74, had done everything right. Clean clothes, daily showers, antibacterial soap. Still, that faint, sour smell followed him everywhere. It wasn't until his wife asked, "When's the last time you cleaned your belly button?" that it clicked. He hadn't, not in years. The navel is like a tiny cave, especially if it's deep or slightly recent. Sweat, dead skin, lint, and natural body oils gather inside, and because it's enclosed, that debris foments, creating a smell most people mistake for underarm or clothing odor. Cleaning it is simple, but must be done gently. Use a soft washcloth or your fingertip with warm water and mild soap. Carefully clean inside the navel without forcing or digging. If it's been a while, don't be surprised by a waxy or dark buildup. It's normal. Rinse well, then pat dry thoroughly. Never leave moisture behind. For extra freshness, you can use a cotton swab dipped in warm water or alcohol-free toner between showers. This little habit takes less than a minute, but it removes a source of odor that many people carry without knowing. Sometimes the problem isn't what you missed, ... It's what you forgot entirely. It's the most private area of the body, and for many, the most uncomfortable to talk about. But the groin and inner thighs are also where odor thrives. If left unchecked, Leonard, 81, was a retired firefighter who stayed active and took pride in his hygiene. Still, by mid-afternoon, he noticed a musky smell. Even after morning showers and clean clothes, his doctor ruled out infections and gently suggested, pay more attention to the folds around your thighs. That advice changed everything. The groin is warm, moist, and constantly moving. Sweat gathers fast, especially between the inner thighs and where they meet the pelvis. As we age, skin softens, creating more folds and less airflow. Add synthetic underwear, long periods of sitting, and tight clothing, and it becomes a breeding ground for odor-causing bacteria. Here's the fix. Use mild, unscented soap and warm water to wash the entire area daily, especially in the creases. Afterward, pat the skin dry. Never rub. Moisture left behind leads to irritation and odor. Apply a talc-free, and always choose breathable, cotton underwear. This isn't just hygiene. It's about self-respect, comfort, and moving through your day with quiet confidence. Because when you feel fresh, the world around you feels a little better, too. By now, you've learned the 6 spots where odor hides, and how a few small changes can make a massive difference. But this isn't just about smelling better. It's about feeling better, about showing up in the world without fear, embarrassment, or second-guessing yourself. You've lived a full life. You've earned the right to feel comfortable in your skin, no matter your age. And yet, for so many older adults, these small issues chip away at confidence. You might pull back from hugs, decline invitations, or avoid close moments, not because you want to, but because you worry about what others might think. That ends today. Because now you know it's not your fault, and it's not complicated. The odor isn't a sign of poor hygiene. It's a sign that your body has changed, and your habits just need to change with it. When you take those extra few moments to care for the areas no one talks about, you're doing more than cleaning. You're showing yourself dignity, and that kind of self-care radiates. People notice it, even if they don't know why. You feel it in your posture, your voice, your presence. So next time you catch your reflection in the mirror, Smile, because now you know the secret, and it's yours to use every single day. Now that you know where odor hides and how to stop it, it is time to take action. Which of the 6 areas surprised you the most? Was there one you haven't cleaned in years? Leave a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We've got more real, honest, and helpful content coming your way every week. And if you know someone who might need this, share it with them. You never know how much a simple video like this can help someone feel seen, supported, and more confident in their daily life. Thank you for spending this time with me. And remember, feeling fresh isn't about perfection. It's about awareness, care, and respecting the body you've lived in and loved for decades. We'll see you in the next video.